4 games into the regular season, and if you ask Bella Vista head coach Jim Goldsmith, he'd tell you the team has not played its best ball yet. That can be a scary thought for upcoming opponents for Bella Vista, because all the Broncos have done to start this season is go 4-0 for the first time since 2012 and beat 4 teams that they have never beaten before in program history. In fact, a win tonight puts BV on an even bigger pedestal, as no Bronco boys lacrosse team has ever started 5-0 in the 20-plus year history of the program. Suffice it to say, the Broncos are off to a fantastic start, and Coach Goldsmith has the team heading in the right direction. Tonight, BV hosts Rio Americano, and in recent years, the teams have been locked into some really good battles. This year, Rio is off to a slow start, winning their first game of the season over the Lincoln Zebras of Lincoln, then losing 4 straight, giving up at least 13 goals in 3 of those losses. The closest of the 4 came this past Saturday at home, where the Raiders lost to Oakmont 5-2. For the Broncos, the question is, can they keep it rolling tonight? For Rio, can they overcome their past struggles and pull off the upset against one of the hottest teams in Northern California? It's Rio Americano and Bella Vista coming your way next, exclusively on BV Live Sports. Hello, everybody. George Tharlson and David Houseworth. Welcome to Bella Vista Lacrosse here on YouTube. And 4-0 for the Broncos. 3 wins on the road last week. Very impressive. They've struggled in those locations in past years, but they came up with the victories and really kind of dominated play.
They have dominated those other teams, and the stats I've gotten here, BB's average goals or average score 12-5. Beating their opponents 12-5. So BB's offense has lit it up, double digits each game, and they haven't given up much. Good defense, good goalie play. We should see the same here tonight too.
And speaking of good goalie play, Hayes Reed, of course, hasn't played goal before this year. He did in the off-season program, but he's been really impressive to get things started.
He has. He's played really well, stopping shots and also passing the ball in the clears. He's highly ranked in the region. I think his goal save percentage is 74%. He's got a ton of saves, so he's played really well. Gotta love it.
And he will be staffing the nets now. He has an academic scholarship to Alabama.
Oh, how cool is that?
And he's going to play lacrosse there.
That's great. I saw him at the girls' game, the opening girls' game, and I was sitting around his mom and some others, and he was wearing an Alabama sweatshirt.
Yeah. He's
Roll Tide.
All ready to go. Yes, Roll Tide, not High Tide, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And the lacrosse in the SEC is decent. I don't know a ton about it, but many of the other programs, many of those schools have programs as well. It's growing like crazy in the South, and so hot and steamy. But what a great place to be.
Let's talk a little bit about Rio Americano. We saw them last year. They had some rather impressive players on both the JV and the varsity team. Some of them are back. Some of them graduated. One JV player that was very impressive here last year is not on the team this year, as best as we can tell. They have no seniors on the roster and no JV team. So it looks like enrollment in lacrosse at Rio Americano a bit down this year, and that's kind of a surprise.
Yeah, it is. The Stingers youth program is pretty good and has been around for a while. Rio has had a real program, so it's really kind of too bad. You're looking over the roster here, you're right. No seniors. Talking to the coaches, very young, rebuilding. They lost a lot of seniors last year, and so they're just doing what they can.
Yeah, among those that we talked about a lot last year, Adam Carnifex, Jacob Beneke, Tyler Beneke, they did a lot of the scoring.
I remember Carnifex,
talking about all those guys. Nate Bailey, a junior on the team last year, not with the varsity this year. And obviously we're not exactly sure what's going on there, but that is certainly something that they're kind of having to rebuild the program this year. And Coach Colin Hammett, I suppose that you have these periodically. If you coach long enough, you have these rebuilding years, and so he's probably looking a lot towards the future right now.
He said exactly that about sometimes you get a crop of guys who are really good, and did he say they graduated 22 seniors last year?
Wow.
So that's a turnover. How many guys are on a team? 22, plus or minus. So the crop was harvested. They're gone. And you start anew. Lots of young guys, and like I said, you do what you can now, but all these guys stay for a while, and they'll have 3 years of experience in a couple years.
And if a typical lacrosse roster is 22, they have 3 freshmen and 8 sophomores. That's half the team.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be there for a while, and then the rest are juniors that will be seniors next year.
One thing I did notice, though, decent size on these guys. So they're young, but they got some decent size.
So names to look for: Kai Allen, number 11, is really their top returning player. And we're gonna pause right now for the national anthem. And tonight we get to see Bella Vista in their new home white uniforms. Some numbers a little bit different from when we spoke to you last with the Davis game. The new uniforms, sometimes people wind up in new numbers. Tell you what, they debuted the red uniforms, the red jerseys Friday night at Rockland. They looked really slick.
They did.
Yeah.
I saw that game on the other network, which is bad at filming lacrosse. The NHFS, NFHS, it's not built for lacrosse, evidently. But yeah, the uniforms look great. Team played fairly well. Rockland sure seemed to fall off a cliff though compared to last year. They were good last year, and they weren't as hot this year. So, but yeah, guys do love their sharp uniforms, and the red looked good.
Couple of notes for Bella Vista that we want to point out here. Again, obviously a win tonight. They go 5-0. They've never gone 5-0 before. Matthew Bunny, 89 career goals. He's 11 shy of 100. Big night tonight could get him there, but if he averages 3 goals a game over the next few games, we could be watching him. We could be watching him score number 100 next Monday night.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see him shoot straight over, which might have been mentioned before for everybody. He has a sidearm shooting habit, and it'd be interesting to take a look at his percentage, his shot percentage. He has scored plenty of goals this year. It'd be interesting to look at his shot percentage, though, because a number of them miss. Sidearm can be harder to be accurate.
Our field mic picking up the Broncos and their last cheer before getting started tonight. That was really cool to hear how loud they are. They're really jazzed and ready to go. So the team is getting out here, and they are making their way onto the field.
Yeah, BB should feel good about where they are right now. And the coach made when you had the interview with him preseason, he was talking about being was it 14-4, 15-3, and right now it looks like that it's highly plausible or highly doable. And if they can go up from here, they've only played 4 games so far. Will they improve from here? Sure, they will.
So the Broncos and their starting lineup, as we look at them right now, that's Matthew Bunny. Furthest to the left, Caden Hoop is right next to him in number 33. Thomas Lonnie now wearing number 1. Max Morris, the leading scorer for Bella Vista in terms of goals. That's number 5, Jackson Ellsworth. Rylan Wilson. Brandon Tebow sporting the number 0. And then Trent Sheridan and Hayes Reed. Chase Jones is getting the call in goal tonight, and Hayes Reed is going to go back to his old defensive position. So we're going to see Chase Jones in goal, and it's kind of cool to get a chance to see him.
Every starter is one twisted ankle one grade check or, of course, God forbid, one little auto accident away from not being a starter. And so, you've got two goalies. Good to use. Get them both some action. Get everybody some action, and likely we can have that happen here tonight.
And you are absolutely right. Sometimes you got to get both of them in there. Jackson Ellsworth doing Jackson Ellsworth things. He won a whole bunch of faceoffs last week. Goes wide with an opening shot. He was 12 of 13 in one game last week on his faceoffs.
Right decision, though. Rio didn't pick him up, and he was able to penetrate to within 10 yards. And maybe a little extra cradle. He'd have had a better possession possession of that ball.
12 of 13
Ow.
against Rockland on Friday on faceoffs. And that's Ellsworth right there. We got a whistle.
The shot hit the player.
And player down. And quickly back up, that's number 5, Jack Lambertus, who was, remember him from last year.
Yeah, I remember that name too. That hurts to get hit with a shot like that. And is he holding his chest? I don't know. He'll be all right. Yeah, he's looking at his chest.
It'll be black and blue tomorrow morning.
Yeah, he'll be able to come back.
He'll be back in. Cooper Carey comes in to replace him. So here come the Broncos. That's Victorin.
He wants his left. Yep.
Victorin, he'll take a shot. Score! Will Victorin opens the scoring for Bella Vista.
Broncos, number 6.
37 seconds into the game, and the Broncos take a 1-0 lead.
So I sort of have a prediction for this game and a suggestion. And prediction is, they have a common opponent of West Park. And BV beat West Park, 10-3, 10-4, something like that. And West Park beat Rio 10-3, 10-4, something like that as well. So that would make us think that BV could handle Rio pretty easily here tonight with all these young guys. So prediction is BV guys will light it up.
Ellsworth 2 for 2 on faceoffs tonight. On the move. Broncos to set the offense. Miles Hatfield coming on.
Oh, they had the guy on the crease open for a sec. Left hand.
Here's a shot from Max Morris, and that's a save. Ethan Tabor is in goal.
Coaches were telling me that Tabor is a cross-country runner as well.
Well, he'll have no problem coming out of the net and running that ball and
exactly what I said.
avoiding the shot clock, right?
Exactly what I said. He's there. Could be their designated punt returner on the clears.
Broncos get possession there. What a start for Max Morris this season. That's Morris once again.
So this will be a one-on-one drive here.
Fakes left, moves right. Morris with a shot, and he scores.
Goal Broncos. Number 5, Max Morris.
So for Max Morris, 16th goal of the season. And that leads Bella Vista of all players.
He's one of the leading scorers in the region, too. And like I mentioned, the prediction was, the BV guys are going to pad their stats here, take the one-on-one drives and take the shots. And then in addition to the prediction, there's a suggestion, and that is after a while, BV should start working on the next layer of their offense. What's next?
Cody Simpson back with the team, and he's taking the face-off here. Number 25. Rio had the chance to set their offense for the first time. Adam Little. And a nice little run on the JV squad last year and found the back of the net a few times on this very field.
Good feed on that driver right there. Good quick move. We got to remember that about him. 22.
22, Adam Little. I see a 36 on the roster that is not on my roster, and I am suspecting I know who it may be. I am guessing it may be Lucas Lang, who wore number 36 on the JV squad last year, but I don't see him on the roster. We will have to double check that. With the long stick, that is Jack Lambertus back into the game.
Nifty little move. Decent clear. So fine 2-2. Right there.
That's Little that picks it back up. And looking to set the offense.
A little far out.
From distance.
I might have to start watching the game like this.
Got a 2-on-1 on this side. Right there.
And that's Hayes Reed playing the long pole tonight.
Get it to 5. Yep.
Max Morris on the move. Here's Bunny. Sitting on 89 for his career. Hoop out in front. Swinging shot, and he scores.
Goal Broncos. Number 33, Cade Newt.
So we are not even 4 minutes into the game, and Bella Vista with a 3-0 lead.
Hoop with that bulky body had that defender starting at GLE there, goal line even, as Hoop drove. And, of course, he drove a couple more steps farther up, increases angle, had that defender all the way.
Morris picks it up, and the Broncos once again in possession. That's Lonnie. Lonnie on the moon. He'll take the underhanded shot. That one goes wide.
Good hard backhanded shot.
Broncos keep possession. It's Hoop to bring it in. Here's Bunny. He goes wide.
Sidearm shot, wasn't it? Missed by a foot. Shoots that straight over, it goes in.
There's Morris once again, saved by Tabor.
Nice pass, nice grab. He's in trouble now.
Loose ball, Broncos. Right place at the right time. Lambertus comes up with it.
Threw it away.
Tried to get it back to the goalie and overthrows him. So they'll resume play here. Bunny, his shot, he scores. Number 90 for his career.
Goal Broncos. Number 2, Matthew Bunny.
First goal of the game. He's 10 away from 100.
Yeah, good to get himself in well in front of the goal and take a good sharp shot. Again, I think we'll see a bunch of that here this evening. And after a while, like to see BV start doing a little more, working on, again, the next level of their offense, sharing the ball, cutting, working on their timing. Coach was saying they're not necessarily looking past these next couple games, but they're getting ready for Granite Bay.
Adam Little controls that one for Rio.
Good scrappy work there at the faceoff dot. That hurts a little. Nice look.
That is a nice look. Save, Chase Jones.
Good grab, too. He wasn't sure he had it. He had to check for a sec. He did have it and took a decent shot as well. Can't forget what these guys can do.
Here's Morris.
BV substituted Morris in from the substitution box right here, and I think kind of surprised Rio. Rio didn't know he was coming in there.
Hatfield, he's going to wind up. Bella Vista will keep possession as Hoop was camping out behind the net at the X position. Closest to the ball as it went out of bounds on a shot. Hoop to bring it in. Hoop will work his way around. Here's Bunny in his sweet spot. Morris once again. Morris looking for the opportunity. Now Hatfield once again took that shot moments ago. Hatfield, that one goes wide. Broncos to hold on here.
Second Broncos shot that sailed up into the stratosphere. This shot. Boom. That was straight over, and it missed. I'll be darned. Good to see, though, the technique.
Broncos back in possession. There's Morris. Already found the back of the net once tonight.
Likes his left.
Try it again. Scores again.
Goal Broncos. Number 5, Max Morris.
So for Morris, that's now number 17 on the year. He may hit 20 before this game is over. And we're 5:57 to go in the opening quarter. Face-off violation here. This will go
Going white.
BV's way.
Yeah, Victorian doesn't want to use his right.
Here's Ellsworth. Sporting the green shoes. Ellsworth shot. Goes wide. Broncos to bring it in. Bunny once again. Bunny being grabbed.
Ball down.
Ball is loose.
That'll be a shot.
Right out in front.
That's a goal.
Score. No, it's not. Right back out. And there's the score. Jackson Ellsworth.
Goal Broncos. The birthday boy, number 10, Jackson Ellsworth.
Oh, we just learned a little information.
Well, you look across the field on the other stands, the visitor stands, there are two banners. It's timeout green there. So give us time then. There are two banners over there. Happy birthday, Jackson. Happy birthday, Trent.
So a couple of birthday boys.
Timeout Rio.
Well, they got to get Sheridan a chance to score.
Get him the ball.
All right, so kind of what we expected, I guess. Rio kind of in a rebuilding mode right now, and so they've, just the one win so far. And Bella Vista, obviously, they're on fire right now, and that's continuing.
We mentioned the common opponent. If I take a second here to look at my notes and see if I can read them, but the common opponent is West Park, and Rio lost to West Park 14-3, and BV beat West Park 12-3. So, you can't necessarily do the math to add those together, but is that 27-6, or that's not quite accurate. But West Park handled Rio, BV handled West Park, so that's what we'll continue to see here. So, smart timeout for Rio. Stop the game for a sec, talk a little, talk about anything that's they could do better, some defensive assignments, and then BV. This will continue for the rest of the game, we would expect, but this can continue. Again, what I was suggesting, okay, now we know BV can score, not necessarily at will, but they can score a lot. Time to work on the next thing. This is sort of the end of the beginning of the season. 18-game season, this is game 5. Mm-hmm. By the end of this week, it's the beginning of the middle of the season already.
Right.
A whopping 2 weeks into the season, and we're in the beginning of the middle. But it's such a condensed time period that at the end of this week, there's only 5 weeks left in the season.
Yes.
So very condensed. So it's time to begin to evolve. What's next for BV in their offense? Their defense has been doing okay, but should they again work on some timing for some cutting, feeding, assisting, that kind of stuff to get ready for the next teams?
All right, so the face-off. And the Broncos are going to pick this one up.
Got a man beat.
What?
Nice look. That's the
Bunny.
sharing. Yes.
It's in the score. That looks like Lonnie.
Go Broncos.
Behind the back.
Number 1, Thomas Lonnie, after some nice passing.
So the Broncos kick the extra point and take a 7-0 lead.
Right. So that's what I was mentioning with the sharing. Bunny could have taken that shot, but he gave it up unselfishly, put it across to Lonnie, who was closer and little less guarded. And so that's the kind of stuff. Could you pull that against Granite Bay and make that work? Yes. And so let's work on that. Let's do that some more.
Speaking of Granite Bay, Saturday afternoon at noon.
Right.
They're going to be here. Got ourselves a Saturday afternoon game this week. That's going to be a lot of fun. Rylan Wilson picks that up for the Broncos. It's Lonnie once again. Lonnie on the move. He'll take another shot.
That's a
that
good
one
save.
winds up in the net of Ethan Tabor. That is a good save.
Nice grab. Got a man across. There he is.
Not about the shot now. Broncos, good defense on him. That's Kai Allen.
He's a pretty good-sized guy.
This is Adam Little. Little netted a few on the JV squad for Rio against Bella Vista last year. The teams played 3 times last season. The season opener was a non-league game, and then they played the 2 league games. Rio takes possession once again.
Yeah, he wasn't really open. Yeah.
Loose ball on the ground. Frankie Pellegrini's in there trying to get a hold of it. Instead, Rio. Chase Jones comes up with it. Broncos on the move. This is Morris. Stops
There you
now
go.
right out in front. Victorin steps free. Save Tabor. Beautiful job on the part of Ethan Tabor.
Number 1.
Yeah, it's a good save. Victorian could have taken that shot sooner.
Point blank range.
Yeah,
practically.
I think one step would have been enough.
You can hear the yellow call, which means slow it down.
So they're running a plan here. Just said yellow, and then they said go to X, right? So you got Hoop lumbering his way back to X.
Morris. And they do.
Good
Swing
defense
it
there.
around. Loose ball.
It's not a bad way to pass that. Oh, he should just
Rio.
fly. Ah.
One's out of bounds. Come back over to Bella Vista.
Younger player probably just didn't know that he could just take off. Torin likes his left. So does Morris.
Here's Bunny.
Flag down.
Victorin.
No
Try
angle.
the angle. No angle is right. That one's going to go out of bounds. So we get a penalty call. See if they tell us what it is.
Why do you say that so offensively? No, we're disgusted.
It's near side ref ought to.
You going to tell us?
Yeah, she just.
12 offside.
Okay,
And
so first BV man up. Their offense has been dominating so far this evening. Let's watch how they run it. They usually start with a guy at X. where Hoop is, and then he steps up above goal line even. Nobody behind now.
Way underhand. That's almost. If you remember Kent Tucolvi,
Yeah,
the
right.
Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh
Pitcher.
Pirates pitcher.
Pitcher.
Yes, that's almost a Kent Tucolvi shot.
Well, there's a time and a place for that, but again, I'd like to see Bunny shoot overhand more often. His underhand and sidearm shots he's got the skill, but the accuracy is missing.
And for those of you in the younger generation, Google it. There's a
May have to
sharp
learn
angle shot.
You have to
there.
learn how to spell it.
Yes. Kent Tucolvi.
Nice save.
Tabor once again coming up with that.
It was a hard shot from 12 yards. It was a little bit close. There you go. Oh,
That was right there. Rio's able to come up with it. Well, actually, they had it for a second, but now Broncos take possession once again.
Rio's even now. So they killed the penalty. So a few shots by BV, but some missed, one save.
Mason Anderson coming on. Here's Morris. That one goes high, and the quarter will come to an end here at Bella Vista High School. A pretty productive one for the Broncos with 7 on the board, although the scoreboard says 6.
I want to press it.
I've got 7, and they faced off after each of them, so
We'll call the table and see what they've got.
it should be 7 because they faced it off. I mean, we had the face-offs after each goal,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Yeah, so if there was one that was disallowed, there wouldn't have been a face-off. So
Correct.
So we have 7-0 here in favor of Bella Vista. And Will Victoria and Max Morris with 2. Sorry, I'm looking down as I'm on camera. I shouldn't do that. Max Morris has 2. Hoop, Bunny, Ellsworth, Lonnie. So of the 7 goals, 6 players have scored.
Yeah,
so
that's
good
great.
distribution for the Broncos tonight.
Yeah, like I was mentioning, the guys know. They've seen the stats on their own stats. They've seen the stats on the other team. They know what they can do tonight, and so as they should. Now, of course, 7-0 BV, but a little situational win right there by Rio to kill that penalty. You would think if BV's scoring like crazy on 6-on-6, you would think they'd score on 6-on-5. And they did not. And so, take the little situational wins as you get them. Rio just got one.
What does that do for a team, especially a team that's kind of down? They're rebuilding right now. They know they're probably outmatched tonight. Does it give you a little confidence? Hey, we held these guys.
What I'd be telling the Rio huddle right there is, this is one of a high-scoring offense so far this year. 10 goals every game, 10 or 12 goals every game, and you just shut down their man up. Just a little juice going. Nice job. Let's go from here. The last quarter's gone, and so now we're going to start in the new quarter, and BV's probably won the time of possession battle, and so it means Rio's on defense a lot. Well, they just had a defensive win.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the full moon's got something to do
Could be.
tonight too.
Yeah, nice spring evening here. This has got to feel good for the guys.
It's a great spring evening, and the weather, my understanding, is going to change dramatically by the time we're back on here on Wednesday night for the girls' game. It's going. Vista del Lago will be here, and apparently it's supposed to be, unless something has changed since the last time I saw the forecast, it's supposed to be brutal. So let's take advantage of what we got here tonight.
Soak it in.
So, by the way, speaking of the girls, they will be hosting Vista del Lago on Wednesday night. That is going to be our next broadcast. And then the boys will be playing, they'll be at Christian Brothers on Wednesday. But then they also have a home game Saturday afternoon at noon against Granite Bay. We're really looking forward to that one. Rio comes up with the loose ball here. That's Lambertus, has his pocket pick. Lonnie right out in front, and that's an easy goal.
No.
No, it's not. Looked like the net moved and everything like that. It was a good-looking shot. But no, it did not go in. Broncos pick it up again. There's Bunny. Bunny playing outside right now. Looks like they've got some players in other positions.
Bunny's played up top some this year, and I think that's by design.
Mason Anderson's out there as well.
See, he draws a short stick defender when he's up top. But, oops, he's a good quick dodger. And harder to play defense against that with a short stick. Nice feed.
Feed right out in front. That was another good look for Lonnie.
That was on his strong hand, too. You'd have think that had gone in. But, again, that's that kind of distribution that BV should be working on here. They're up 7-zip in the end of the first quarter. Let's work on sharing the ball with each other. Up our game. Add a layer to our offense.
By the way, we were talking about the girls' team. They are at West Park tonight. That's going on right now. If there's anybody there that happens to be watching our stream, please feel free to jump on the BV Live Sports Facebook page and give us some score updates. There does not appear to be a live stream available for that one tonight.
I watched the NFHS game, boys game from West Park last week. A lot of concrete in that new stadium there.
It's a good-looking facility.
It does look nice, yeah. It's that Placer County tax base will get you that nice stuff.
Here's Victorin. And Max Morris, who is just on fire right now. 2 goals in the first quarter, 17 for the season, leads the way for Bella Vista. Here's Victorin, and he scores.
Goal Broncos.
Second of the game for Will Victorin. And for Victorin, that brings him up to 6 goals on the year.
So if Rio's paying attention, when 6 gets the ball, he'll start to the right, but he's going to roll to his left. And he'll only shoot with his left. And so, as you're out there on the field and you're matching, and now you're covering, number 2, and then you got to switch, and now you're covering number 8, and then now you got number 6. You got to know, number 6, he wants to shoot left-handed. Play him on that side of his body.
Face off, Rio's going to get this one. And possession, that's Adam Little. Deflected away, Broncos come up with it. Rylan Wilson. Wilson is on the move.
Nice pass.
The pass off, right out in front. Lonnie once again. Lonnie with a shot and a score.
Goal Broncos. Number 1, Thomas Lonnie.
9-0 Bella Vista.
That was good tic-tac-toe. You had a good sharp pass from a long stick that went pretty darn far, and then a pass across from a shorty to a shorty that went pretty darn far. That's also the kind of play that can work against Granite Bay. You make passes like that, you can make defenses pay by striking so quickly. And that was a transition goal, not just a settled 6-on-6. That one's on transition. Great to see. Green moved, I think.
Yeah, there's the violation, so the Broncos will pick this one up. And Cody Simpson playing baseball this year too. I believe he's actually doing both. But he just rejoined the team for the game in Rockland. It's a shot by Anderson that goes wide. 9.5 to go. Hoop from the X. Right
nice
out
feed.
in front. Tabor gets a stick on that one.
That's the kind of thing you want to, like I say, BV up their game and add a layer to their offense. We haven't seen many feeds to a cutter come into the crease very often this year. This is a night they should just run that, and get the timing and the precision passing down.
Tabor's going to pick that one up.
Going out.
And sends that one to the sideline. Here's Victorin. Hatfield out front. Tabor gets a stick on that one as well.
like seeing the feed in toward the guy who's near the crease. BB doesn't do a lot of that, but it can be really effective.
Ethan Tabor is a sophomore. We're going to be seeing him for a while. I believe he was the goalie on the JV squad last year. Here's Hatfield. Hatfield, he'll take a shot.
Flag down. Oh, Green 12 here at midfield just wandered over the midfield, I think.
So I guess they call that
He's offsides.
off. Taking a little walk in the park. Huh?
Evidently, yeah. Okay, so second BV man up. Rio killed the last one.
So 8:30 to go.
Again,
8:31.
BB starts always with hoop at X, moves it forward, passes up, then he steps above X. Now everyone's above the goal line even.
Broncos will work the perimeter. Ellsworth, he's got an opportunity, and he scores. Happy birthday to you.
Go Broncos. Jackson Ellsworth.
Second goal of the game for Ellsworth.
So speaking also of things for BV to work on, or the opportunity for BV to be able to work on things here this evening, in the second half, at a 12-goal advantage, it goes to running clock. And so we could see the second half being short.
Could be, yeah.
And so, if BB wants to maximize their time to work on things, the next couple of goals, the rest of this quarter, say, I'd be working on, again, what's next for the BV offense, rather than just individuals driving and shooting and scoring. That's kind of a thing. Yeah.
And another score.
Go birthday boy, Jackson Ellsworth.
That's a hat trick for Jackson Ellsworth.
I say that's kind of a thing. I mean, working on transition goals, you're down by 2 or 3 with just a couple of minutes left. You win a face-off. What do you need to do? You need to score right now. And that's what that is. And so, they're well up, and you might want to work on some things. Well, that's a thing to work on. Fine. When you see that guy who's open in the middle, feed him, and he's got the green light. Let that shot fly.
As you said, this is an opportunity to kind of work the offense. Last year and in recent years, Christian Brothers has been kind of a thorn in Bella Vista's side. At times, Bella Vista's been a thorn in their side, too.
Yep.
But that's the opponent on Wednesday. And so if you have a chance to do some fine-tuning in your passing game and things that are possibly you're going to need to do on Wednesday and also against Granite Bay on Saturday, this is a great opportunity.
Yeah, your full field 10 on 10, 10 guys against 10 guys. I was talking with Coach Goldsmith before the game. He was mentioning, they haven't had much time to practice. You play 3 games in a week. When do you practice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And so this is a 10 on 10 full field opportunity. It can be hard to get 10 on 10 in practice. Maybe you can do it against the JV, but the JV is probably not giving you as good a look, as good a defense as the varsity can.
Here's Bunny.
Good luck. Oh, got to catch that.
Loose ball. Broncos keep possession. From the distance.
Go
That's Thomas
Broncos.
Lonnie.
Number 1, Thomas Lonnie.
Thomas Lonnie with a hat trick. Well, we've hit that 12-0 mark.
Yes, so we will not go to running clock in the first half. That only becomes a rule in the second half. So,
But if it stays like this, we would we'd go running clock from the beginning.
Correct.
The second half.
Correct. So, maybe on the next one, say if Lonnie had that, grab the ball, had that pass right there at that spot, maybe don't shoot that. I mean, we all know, you can. You have the ability to score. You can score against this team. But let's do that, feed the cutters to the crease. Let's work on that.
Broncos control it once again. Here's Ellsworth.
Oh my God. Yes. No.
Hatfield to the outside. He's got a good look, and now they just kind of swing it back out, take their time. That's Hayes Reed on the offensive attack right now, kind of in the back there.
Nice save. I think that shot was wide. Goalie snagged it anyway, of course. Good time to call timeout. They've got 2 timeout. No, they got 1 left. It worked anyway.
So Rio with a chance to set the offense. Here's Little.
Yeah, see, those passes are hard to make.
Okay, I gotta get behind.
And that's Caleb Tumlinson, number 39, that picks it up. Eden Riera. Yeah, finally get a chance to name off some of these Rio Americano players.
Hey, oh, look, he got him.
Okay, go.
Broncos come up with a big collision there. No call. That's Mason
No, there's
Anderson.
a flag down on our left.
There is a flag down. Okay.
The first hit I thought was okay. Maybe that second one was the issue. It probably won't tell us that.
And we'll pick up the call, hopefully. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a conversation first between officials.
Yeah, that, you know, did he get hit on the head, and what's the severity of the penalty? Just notice there. Oh, there. I thought there was only 2 refs, but there are 3. Supposed to be 3. There are.
Contact to the head.
Yep, the head.
Not sure of the number. In home will have to serve it. 2 minutes, non-releasable.
2 minutes non-releasable. In-home serves. He couldn't tell which player committed the penalty, so the in-home is going to serve. The in-home is the first person on the top row of the score chart. The
okay.
Scorecard down at the table. Again, he couldn't get a number. He's called it on. No one serving.
Well, somebody's going to have to come in and serve.
There we go.
And ultimately, that's going to be Jaden Galvin, number 12, that's going to serve. And not necessarily that that he's the guilty party.
Yeah,
but
the in-home is the one who serves penalties that are just on the team. For example, if the coach gets a penalty, someone has to serve. It's the first guy on the score sheet.
tried to find Hoop out front. This one is going to be retrieved by the Broncos. Bunny and Morris working their way. Thought about it. I don't know that you need to be taking shots from distance right now. Broncos work it behind the net. Now reverse their course. Now from the outside, Matthew Bunny, that's deflected wide.
Also sidearm. You know, I think he'd be better served, I think, to shoot that straight over, and he can pick the spot where that ball could get in.
Ellsworth, he'll take a look.
Right hand.
And he scores.
Goal Broncos.
Number 4 for
Number 10,
Jackson Ellsworth.
Same spot as an earlier goal from him, I think.
Well, when it's your birthday, they can't argue too much with you taking some shots,
Right.
I guess.
So Rio's, there he is. Man down face. Rio has going to put their guy on the far side wing. They can't have, yeah. No. Rio has too many guys. Rio has too many guys. There you go.
I hear the call man down face,
Yeah.
so I think that they're calling that out. And so Cody Simpson to take the draw. And Mason Anderson. Anderson on the move. Anderson closed off. They'll swing it behind the net. That one's going to, Lonnie tried to chase it down, but that goes out of bounds.
It's about 45 seconds left on the penalty still. Rio has a man down clear. BB could cover every single green shirt on this half of the field, but they're not. They should be a white shirt on every green shirt.
There's Allen. Just kind of jogs his way into the front here,
Rio is still man down.
and they turn it over.
Should be about 30 seconds left on the penalty. BB maybe have 15 seconds or so left on the man up.
Here's Bunny.
There you
Back
go.
outside, that's Morris. Deflected right out in front. Allen comes up with it. Or he actually,
Rio's even.
there's Tabor will slide this one downfield. Taken away.
Nice job for the midi to get back so that long stick could go across.
Brandon Tebow got his first goal of the season against Rockland on Friday. That's him, number 0. Celebrated his new number by scoring. Who was it? Let me make sure I got that right. No, it was against Nevada Union. So right before they switched to the New Jerseys. But he did get a goal last week. A cutting in front. Here's a shot. Oh, Tabor
Nice save by number
comes
1.
up big there. Tabor, who's a little guy, comes up big.
Yeah, goalie's an interesting position. Almost any body style can work. Big guys are great. Little guys are good too. River last year. River was
Kinley,
not.
yes.
Yeah, River Kinley was not that big. In college, you'll see some guys small. Was it Folsom had a really good goalie last year who wasn't that big?
Chase Jones with the save for Bella Vista.
Oh, 14 was open.
Tabor.
Save number 1.
Oh, you got to have that. Would have liked.
Braden Scott, interesting story about him, number 3, who mishandled the ball and it goes out of bounds. The JV team, the JV teams in the game at Rio went triple overtime last year, and he scored the winning goal for
great.
Rio.
Great.
Hayes Reed getting ready to come in. He's got a short stick. Usually when he played defense last year, he was long stick, so I think that they're going to give him a bit of a look on the attack. We saw that earlier tonight. Rio on the move.
Guy's got a good
That's
stride.
Lambertus with the long stick.
Good stride. Oh.
And that one's going to come out across. Broncos waiting for it.
Good time to throw the fake. Nice look. Got to catch that. Got to.
I defined Caden Hoop, but that was a little too tall for him. 1:29 to go in the half.
Those longer passes that like Bunny just made there, those can be hard to be accurate. It's just hard. Bunny's moving really fast, and you need to feed it accurately, and it can be hard to do.
Ryan Finley survives the contact there.
You got 2-2, 2-2, 2-2.
One's deflected away. Should stay with Rio, I think, right?
Yeah, he pointed green.
Yep. So Finley will bring it back in.
The clock is ticking on their clear. There it goes.
And that one goes out of bounds. That's Kai Hammett. A long stick there, number 0, one of the sophomores.
Again, another long pass, and it was not accurate because that's hard to do. So that shot didn't need to be taken. Up 12, up 13 zip. That shot did not need to be taken.
I think what you're seeing there is somebody that doesn't get a chance to take shots that often.
Right.
Hayes Reed.
And maybe it's different because it was him. But again, what does the team need? What could the team benefit from? Time working together, working on precision passing and timing for passes to create open shots.
That's Finley that comes up with it again. Back to Tabor. Tabor's going to send this one wide. 31 seconds to go. Here's Tebow on the long stick. And Morris will take it from here. He's got Pellegrini at the middle there. Bunny.
They're calling short time, so they know they got to shoot.
Bunny will take an opportunity there. That one will go out of bounds.
Sidearm and a miss.
6.5 seconds to go here before halftime.
Yep.
Broncos put that one in here
Goal Broncos.
right as
Number 5, Max
time
Morris.
is expiring. Max Morris once again.
That's a case where you don't need the goal, but practice the 6-second inbound. So restart. What if this was a 1-goal game with 6 seconds left in the game and we needed a goal? Practice that. They did. They executed it well. Take advantage of that.
And that brings to close the first half of play here at Bella Vista. It is all Broncos this evening as 7 goals in the first quarter, 7 goals in the second quarter. If this keeps up, they're on pace for a 28-0 win. But you're right, they're probably going to run the clock during the second half.
Yeah, the second half, the period of the second half will be a shorter amount of time. It's a running clock except for timeouts.
Okay.
And timeouts and injuries. And so, yeah, it'll be a shorter elapsed amount of time. But, yeah, we were talking about do the math with their common opponent. What was it, 10-4, 10-4? Is that going to be 20-8 or something like that? So, BV is going to get up there, even if they relax and put it in, keep it in first gear or something like that. 7 more goals, and they'll be 21.
So we've seen they've given Hayes Reed a chance to play a little bit on the attack. At some point in the game here, we'll probably see some more of that, right? This is an opportunity too to give some players a chance to play other positions.
Yeah, you can do that for 2 reasons. One, maybe you're working a guy in at another spot and you want to give him some reps. Also, too, sometimes it just gets to the point where let's just have some fun. And let's let some long sticks play short stick, just because. Because what else can you do? We've seen this in some football games too, where you're just scoring almost at will, but you can't kind of not. And so if that continues to happen, then maybe you do just have some fun.
And one of the things you referenced is right before the end of the half is there was a chance to work in, bringing the ball in from behind, and. What is the objective when you do that? The objective is to get it to someone and score, and they did.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, but you're right. It was a chance to work on something, but you're still trying to get that end result. There's often a case. There's the talk about running up the score that comes into play sometimes. At what point do you call off the dogs? But it's still early in the season. You want to give the guys a chance to execute the offense, and to execute the offense is to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, absolutely. What I would do as BB next, again, coach's decision, but work on those things that you're not good at yet. And if we score on them 3 or 4 times, well, then maybe we just have to, really pull back. But like the cutters to the crease, they don't do that much, but doing that more would be good. Or maybe setting some picks and set off-ball picks and feed that picker. They don't do that much. Let's try that. Try that. Let's install the things or work on the things that are new for us that we don't really work on. And if we miss the pass and drop the ball and stuff, it's okay because we're way up. But let's work on those things that are additive, accretive to the offense. And then again, if we start scoring on those a lot, then you really do need to pull back.
So it's a 14-0 lead here for Bella Vista at halftime. They are 24 minutes away from going 5-0 for the first time in program history. And that is something special. Of course, set that and then turn the focus on to Christian Brothers on Wednesday. Keep the focus on Christian Brothers until after Wednesday. And then you can start thinking about Granite Bay, which is a team Bella Vista hasn't beaten, I think, also since 2012.
It's been a long time. It's pretty darn rare. Granite Bay is very, very good, and they always are. Good youth feeder, excellent coaching there, good athletes, just good, all over good. One unique thing for the Granite Bay game is they do have 2 days to practice. Play Wednesday, practice Thursday, Friday, which they don't get much practice time. So that'll be helpful. They'll need it. But a great way to get ready. And so I understand Christian Brothers may not be as good this year as they have been in the past also, or another team who's not as good as they have been in the past. So, we'll see how that game goes. It may be more like the games of last week than they were in previous years, where it was sort of back and forth.
So just looking quickly ahead at the Broncos schedule coming up, at Christian Brothers, you can find that on NFHS if you have the subscription. That is what is it, $12 a month, something like that.
Inexpensive, yep.
If you want to be able to watch most of the Broncos road games, you can do so through the NFHS subscription. Then on Saturday, our next boys broadcast here on BV Live Sports will be Granite Bay at Bella Vista. It's a high noon start at the old BV Corral, if you will.
Well, got the Broncos in the corral. We're going to have to let them out.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us, right? So we'll take the air about 11:50 in the morning on Saturday, and then a 12 noon start for the Broncos and Granite Bay. And then 1 week from tonight, St. Patrick's Day, the Rams of St. Mary's,
who wear
green. Yes, so they will be here, and quite a season-ending game between those two teams last year that Bella Vista won. Speaking of winning against teams that they hadn't beaten in a while, that was, I think, something like 2019 or even earlier than that. We'll look up those stats in time for Monday's gig, but the Rams of St. Mary's will be here on Monday of next week. So those are the next couple of next few boys games. We mentioned that the girls are at West Park right now. Then the girls will be hosting Vista del Lago. That's a big one because Vista del Lago is supposed to. They're the favorites to win the league on the girls' side, and so the girls taking on Vista del Lago this Wednesday night. We'll have that one for you here on BV Live Sports starting at about 7:05. So that is our look ahead to what's going on this week. And again, just exciting times right now for Bella Vista Lacrosse.
Well, it is. But the boys are much better than they were last year. It's got to feel good how they're tracking right now, and so a good test coming up. I would have thought Rockland would have been a bigger test last week. Well, it wasn't. They handled them, but you're right. Granite Bay will be a real test. And again, talking with the coach before the game, the real Granite Bay's not in the league, so good to play a great team, but it's not a league game. The real test and the real look ahead is the Vista del Lago, who they play twice. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be the real test, and it's going to come down to it's either BV or Vista to win the league.
And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/BV Live Sports. Ignore that @ symbol. That shouldn't be there. So it's facebook.com/BV Live Sports, or forget about all of that. Just scan the QR code. That'll get you where you need to go to check us out on Facebook. We're going to take just a short break, and then we'll get the second half underway here in just a few moments. All Bella Vista tonight here at the stadium. 14-0 is our halftime score.
quarter going.
All right, we're ready to get the third quarter underway with a 14-0 Bella Vista lead. As David was pointing out, we should be seeing a running clock.
Yeah, the rule of running clock is at a 12-goal differential, which we have in the second half only, which is where we are. It is a running clock. It stays running clock. The penalties are running time as well. The clock will only stop on a team timeout, official timeout, or an injury timeout. So out of bounds, clock will run. After a goal, clock will run. While a penalty is being assessed and called by the refs, clock will run.
There's Rylan Wilson. Broncos take it behind the net.
Solid defense. Solid defense.
That's Trent Sheridan on the attack with the short stick.
Tried to feed it on the inside. That's what I was talking about. Share the ball. Try something new.
So if Trent has, if it's his birthday today too, they want to get him on the score ledger, I suppose.
Come this way. Come this way. Send
Brandon,
the ball this way. This
Brandon
way.
Tebow is on with a short stick as well. So like we talked about, there are some defenders that are playing attack now. And again, you never know when, in case of injury, that might be a necessity in another game.
Yeah, there'll be grade checks between now and the end of the season. There'll be twisted ankles. We've got, is it Reno down there with a knee brace on? Anything could happen. Decent ground ball.
Broncos have that one. It's Max Morris.
Fast break. Set this up. Set this up. Oh, he should have gone left.
Right out in front from the angle. Caden Hoop finds the scorebook. Second goal of the game for Caden Hoop.
Number 33, Caden Hoop.
So that's a goal you definitely, and a shot you definitely take, even when you're way up here, and that is working the fast break. Fast break has a structure, and they set it up and they executed it.
And can confirm, as you see on the screen, the clock is continuing to run, just like we expected.
And it'll stay that way until it becomes a less than 12 goal differential.
It's Ellsworth taking that one. Easily spot Jackson Ellsworth with the green shoes and the orange laces.
Nice look. There you go.
That's Caden Hoop again.
Goal Broncos. Number 33,
So that's good execution of the offense for the Broncos.
Yeah, another shot that you take. I mean, that's something you want to be able to work on. That transition goal, like they've had a couple of other transition goals here tonight. What if this were a 1 or 2 goal game, late in the game, and there's a face-off, we win it, we come down. We want to be able to do that again some other night. And so, yes, we're way up, but execute that because we want to refine that and be able to do that in our sleep.
Indeed. Referee just dropped the ball on the ground. Sometimes they'll get up really close to make sure everybody's just positioned right. The score, what that it is. Let's just get this one through.
He could have grabbed that.
Hatfield. And he's going to weave his way back out, and the Broncos are going to set the offense. And that's going to go out of bounds and over to Rio Americano.
He wasn't open. Got it anyway.
Rio, a chance to set their offense.
That was a good no shot. And you can see how long into the shot sequence you can actually pull it back. That shot was started, and he pulled it back. This is good decisions.
Allen thought about taking the shot.
See, his hands haven't really been fully, completely free.
Double teamed, tries to get free, and the Broncos knocked that one away.
Yeah, he needed to get rid of that a while ago. And now he's got it again. He's got to be tired.
You can hear the commands and the coaching right there down below.
I think that's apparent.
That one winds up in the possession of Chase Jones.
Got a hold.
So that's James Feeney that's going to come off.
So I think, is this the first BV penalty?
I think it is, yeah.
So first Rio man up. We'll get a chance to look at that. We'll get a chance for BV to exercise their man down defense. That's too far away to shoot. You got to want it.
And we've got a whistle. It'll stay with Rio.
Yeah, white interference. Really far away. And a goal.
Goal Rio.
First
Number
score
11,
of the game
Kai
for
Allen.
Rio. Kai Allen is the one that finds the back of the net. The 5:56 mark here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we're halfway through this quarter already.
Which again is what you will get with a running clock. It's going to go by very quickly.
Yep.
And the clock continues to run in the interim as they set up for the face-off. Tebow's going to take this one. He is no stranger to face-offs.
Nice.
There's Wilson.
Nice soft pass. That was good.
Morris.
Guy on the crease open. 0-0-0-0.
Hoop behind
So
the
open.
net. Here's Bunny.
Crease open.
Bunny, he'll take a shot.
Goal Broncos.
And Bunny
Two, Matthew
on
Bunny.
the scoreboard again for the second time tonight. Career goal number 91. I guess the question now is, can the Broncos hit 20?
Likely. Again, this even with the running clock, there's still a lot of time. That 4.5 left still here. See how the refs are kind of sauntering their way up too.
Yeah, they're taking their time. So Ellsworth back in the circle here.
They really ought to be more quick game. With a running clock, the game is going to be one length no matter how much play time there is or not. So they really ought to maximize the play time in this elapsed time.
Ellsworth comes up with it. Wins the face-off there. He's had a good run on face-offs this year. Again, we mentioned 12 of 13 against Rockland on Friday.
So not the best pass, but not a terrible pass. And that's the second one that's been missed to a guy on the pipe from a little ways away. You want to be able to execute those. Got help on your right. Long stick on your right. There he is. Nice grab. Back to the goal. Oh, my God. Kick it back to the goal.
Good defense by Matthew Bunny to jar that one loose.
Good ground ball. He's got to get it upfield now. It's in the box. Nice job.
They've got it. That's Kai Allen, just scored a moment ago. So we approach 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
We always got to feel decent about that clear. You know, they started it. It started okay. Then it went sideways, and then they recovered.
Adam Little not able to hold that one on the sideline, and so that'll go back over to Bella Vista. think that we take a look at Kai Allen. He's a junior, so he'll be a senior next year. Look at Adam Little as a junior. These are some talented guys on this team. But a couple of years from now, David, when we see Rio and Bella Vista playing, I'm expecting Rio to be a lot more competitive. I think that they're going to bounce back.
Yeah, these guys are not bad.
No.
They're not as good as BV, but they're young. But think of the after 2 years from here and 3 years from now, think of the number of minutes these guys will have had.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it bodes well that they can put sophomores out here who can they can handle and move the ball.
Lonnie will wind up. That one goes wide.
And again, the goalie is a sophomore. Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, when these sophomores are seniors and these freshmen are juniors, they're going to have a lot of experience.
So this would be the class of 27 then. White is so over. Yep. See, White has the long stick, so he should be able to reach that ball before the green guy can.
Without having to step over.
Yeah. Now, there's pushing and shoving. There's things to do there, but he stepped over quite a bit.
Here's Adam Little.
A little far away.
Allen.
That's a shot. Oh, good defense. That was going to be a shot.
James Feeney was the one that had the defense there for BV.
Taking away his right hand. See how he plays his right side of his body?
Morris is on Little.
He went to his left, but he has to come back to his right to shoot.
Ashton Gottschalk had a chance there. Big push there, Mason Anderson.
You got to wonder what the actual foul is there. It's okay to knock people down. It's legal to knock people down. What was the foul there? Unless maybe it's a cross check. Could possibly be a cross check.
That one will go out of bounds. We're about to find out.
Looks like that's going to be a penalty on the Broncos.
So the clock is going to continue to run. We're probably going to end the quarter here on this penalty call. The officials are going to discuss it. Mason Anderson's already over in the penalty area. They're just going to let this thing run.
Yeah.
out.
Right? That's what they're talking about.
Are we going to get a call here?
And after 3, your score is Bella Vista 17, Rio 1.
So we are done with the third quarter. It is now 17-1 in favor of Bella Vista. Find out if we get a call here. Unnecessary roughness?
Yeah, unnecessary roughness, 1 minute.
Okay. So what do you want to work on if you're Bella Vista right now?
Again, I would continue to work on those things that were, that are extra. Drive in an individual guy driving and shooting. We've seen that 10, 15 times here tonight. So, okay, we got that, and they can do that maybe against some good teams as well. But what about those things that require timing? Like in football, quarterbacks and receivers. So many pass routes require very precision timing, and so we want to work on those things. That there was a tic-tac-toe goal down here to our left on a fast break. Let's work on that kind of thing so that we prove to ourselves that we can do it and we hone our timing. So on offense, that's what I would do. The defense, just play defense, really. It's been going really well. Is there a new and different kind of clear? Is there some other different kind of move you want to make on a clear? Do you want to bring an attackman across? Have a long stick go over it and attackman come back onto the defense side of the field. Surprise the other team that guy crossed the midline. Some called plays, some things that level up your game. Again, we're mentioning this is the end of the beginning of the season. Game number 5, it'll be game number 6. That's a third of the season will be over Wednesday night.
Right.
And so it is time for us to add a little more. And begin to be able to do some extra things that we weren't able to do in the early part of the season, meaning last week. Because, here we are 10 days into the season, and it's almost a third over.
Yes, and so Bella Vista, they come into the game 4-0, so 4 games already. And they played Friday the 28th. Then they played Monday, which was the 3rd. Then Wednesday the 5th. Then Friday the 7th. And now here they are back on Monday the 10th.
I thought last Monday's game was not that great by BV. They weren't as good as they were on Friday, and I wondered if it was because it was a Monday. They got, they hadn't practiced on Sunday, I'm sure. They came into school. You go to school all day Monday, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're out on the competition field. I wondered if Monday was a factor. Hard to tell a little bit tonight. Again, the competition level hasn't been quite the match with BV, so. Got it. Oh, it's just a little late on the check.
And in front, here's a chance. Right in front of the goal. Tabor's equal to the task there. And he winds up with it, and he's trying to.
Nice. He's got some quick feet.
He is. He is very quick, very impressive.
Well, another great thing, too. He's a sophomore, but he doesn't get rattled.
Yes.
He's out there. He's running against a defenseman there who's going to crush him. And what did he do? He made the decision. He stopped, went back, got himself into open space, made a nice zippy pass to his teammate there. Be a good team leader. Again, the coaches mentioned prior to the game he runs on the cross country team.
Here's Victorin.
So that last offensive shot by BV was a 2-pass, 3-guy scenario. Let's see if we can do something like that again.
Behind the net. Heard the yellow call.
So let's watch this set up. We got the ball outside. We got a goal. We got 14 on the about 10 yards off. He's dropping down a little bit. Can we feed him? He's open. He's open.
There's Miles Hatfield. Hatfield on the move. He's out in front. That one's going wide. And it looks like that should Rio should get that one. So looking ahead again for the Broncos, Wednesday night at Christian Brothers. And maybe Christian Brothers is down a bit this year. We'll see how it matches up. They've kind of had BV's number at least over the last couple of years, with the exception of the season ender 2 years ago. Where Bella Vista pulled off a spirited victory on senior night in 2023.
I was talking with the CB girls coaches at that girls game the other night when Dave Webster and the athletic director were honored. I had played with the CB girls coach years and years ago. Flag is waved off, whatever they talked about here, green ball. And he was mentioning maybe the CB boys will not be as good as previously.
And I understand Dave Webster has stepped away.
Yes.
So they have a new coach this year.
Yeah, Dave was saying first year he hasn't coached in 20-some years.
Wow.
And
combined with Christian Brothers and Bella Vista, yeah.
Correct, And he just kind of doesn't know what to do. I was wondering, doesn't it feel good? And he's kind of down. Just going, I don't know.
Well, David, you should invite him to come join us.
Yeah, I think I said that. I said, come do the broadcast. And he deferred quite a bit. Oh, I can't do that. I disagree. I think he'd do fine. He knows a lot of experience. There's a flag.
Ball is loose. Ellsworth picks it up. So this will go against Rio.
Good recovery by Rio there for defense. See, we don't need this shot.
Bunny takes a check.
There's another one, yeah.
And flags are flying all over the place. It's a laundry fest now.
Has a frustration penalty. I get it. But again, if Bunny was lined up to shoot, we don't need that shot now. Let's work on something else. And that was the prediction. The guys are going to pad their stats here tonight, and the suggestion was, let's work on something else.
So we'll get the call here.
So we'll probably be 2, or is it? Yeah, we got 18 and 3 in the box.
Penalties, green, 1, 8, tripping, 1 minute. Green, 3, cross check, 1 minute.
Okay.
Glad they didn't overdo that cross check and make it a non-releasable. It was hard, and he was coming at him hard, but didn't really hit him in the head. I'm glad they didn't raise it to that level.
And again, all of that happens with the clock running during a running clock scenario. Jackson Ellsworth has started off.
So BV 6-on-4, something to work on here. How do we attack? What's our plan to attack a 6-on-4? And of course, why would you have a guy behind the goal? It's only a 5-on-4 because BV's got 2 guys behind the goal. Now it's only a 4-on-4. Maybe we're working on just that.
Maybe they're working on 4-on-4.
Yeah. Boom.
And there's Caden Hoop once again.
Number 33, Caden Hoop.
And, in a scenario like this, maybe going ahead and working just 4-on-4, maybe that makes good sense. Again, work on that extra thing. We don't need the goal. Great to get one. We don't need it. But let's work on something else.
Well, they worked on their 4-on-4 and got a goal out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Just regular good old face dodge. And you want to be able to do that in your sleep as well. Rockland on Friday night, Rockland put 2 men behind the goal on man up, on a standard man up. And they were behind, too. So don't understand why they would do that. You can't shoot from behind the goal.
Adam Little for Rio Americano. Even for the long stick, that was too tall.
That was pushed from behind.
So this will go Bella Vista's way.
Restart.
Back underway.
Good check.
Morris will flag that one down. Here's Tebow. Tebow. Nice defense by Adam Little.
Yeah, see, the guy who's not used to driving and shooting, he laid his stick behind himself where his defender was. He had a half step on his defender, and he said, here, check my stick.
Cody Simpson. Tebow outside. Tebow's going to try and attack once again.
See, this defender's pretty good.
That's, again, Adam Little.
Yeah, he's not going to get anywhere on him.
Simpson.
Good long stick checks there, too.
That one's close to the...
Stepped out.
Broncos to bring it in here. Reynolds.
Nice save.
And that one's going to go out of bounds. Off the shot. Broncos were closest to the ball, so they will keep possession. Approaching the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
Ball down. Nice save.
Tabor again.
See, Reynolds had time to throw a fake, catch that ball, throw a fake before shooting it, which would have made the goalie move, or freeze him, and then you can pick your spot. Sophomore, maybe didn't know that, maybe hasn't been used to that, being in that situation. But, maybe watch the film and go, wait, I did have time to fake and then shoot.
It's going to go Rio's way.
Run away. Just run away. Run away. Run away.
Evan Petta, number 33. Kai Allen is right there as well. Adam Little.
That's in the back like crazy.
Sheridan will try to secure that for Bella Vista. And Chase Jones gets a hold of it.
He's got 3-2.
Here's Tebow.
So I think number 5 knows, long stick green 5, knows that he can handle BV White 1, BV White 0.
Fellow long stick normally.
Right. And just, 5 knows that, and they're talking to each other right now too. Friendly, I think. But 5's pretty good stick handler, and he's good at throwing stick checks. And he knows that 0's not a natural shorty. Yeah, they're having a conversation.
And Jack Lambertus is not afraid to attack with that long stick. We saw him on the attack earlier.
He's good at it.
Call out for the yellow. With under 2 minutes to go.
Calling Tebow off. Finish it with somebody else.
Niles Hatfield will come on.
Nice save.
Paber once again. 90 seconds to go.
I'd like to see this goalie bring it up further. Bring it up upfield further. Got to pull that out. Long stick staying on offense. It's going across, going to be White.
Broncos pick that one up.
Nice
Here's
move,
Lonnie.
Hoop.
Lonnie, he'll scoop it back.
He doesn't own that pass. Oh, he's open up
Closer
top.
game, he doesn't make that pass.
Yes, yes.
Lonnie back behind. Here's Hoop.
Nice,
Out
quick
front,
stick.
Mason Anderson.
Goal Broncos. Number 32, Mason Anderson.
He's left-handed, kind of a quick stick.
Mom's pumping her fist also. The first of the season for Mason Anderson.
Now that's pretty heads up. Oh, they're calling a game
And
here.
they're going to go ahead and call the game right now. They're going to let the final seconds run off. For the first time in program history, the Bella Vista Broncos have started the game, started the season 5-0. Very impressive.
Well, it's got to feel good. Winning every single time you face off, every single time you show up and face off against a team. BV is much improved over previous years, over last year, and it shows.
Sorry, just a little post-game work there caught on camera. We are hoping to have a conversation with head coach Jim Goldsmith here in just a second. Hopefully it all works out tonight. We had the issue the last time. He's going to chat with his team first, and then we'll hear from him. But 5-0 to start the season, first time in program history. So if they keep it going on Wednesday, they're just going to kind of continue to add to all of that. So again, they totally outmatched Rio tonight.
Yeah, well, you said in the beginning, no seniors, and so Rio just all sophomores, a few juniors. Graduated 22 seniors last year, so yeah, they're starting over. And Rio never gave up, just kept playing their game, had some situational wins here and there, and did everything they could. And now this team, Rio, they got to go play somebody else, after tonight. And so they're getting a lot of experience this year. And you could say that a little bit facetiously, but also it's completely right. They're getting a lot of experience.
And it's experience that they're going to need. And as we mentioned, in a couple of years, when the sophomores are seniors, and the freshmen are juniors, that's just going to be a lot of playing time that they will have had over the course of these seasons. That is just going to help them out in the long run.
It's an investment. They're just making an investment right now. So, and like I said earlier too, they're good-sized guys. And, if they're good size at this age, what are they going to be in a couple of years? So watch out.
So taking a look at Rio's upcoming schedule, they also have a Saturday game. It's a home game against College Park of Pleasanton. Or Pleasant Hill, I should say. And then they are going to take on St. Mary's on Wednesday of next week. So,
green on green.
Yeah, that's a look ahead to what's happening with the Rio Americano for Bella Vista, as we mentioned. Christian Brothers on Wednesday, Granite Bay on Saturday, St. Mary's on Monday, it just kind of keeps going. I think that they will get a little bit of a break at the end of next week. I think they go Monday and Wednesday of next week.
That'll be helpful. Again, just some time off as well as time to practice. Maybe look at some films. Something besides just play. Game. It's like we said, it's a dense season, and Coach was saying before the game, no time to practice, and practice is important. But yeah, dense season. It's all there is. It's all you can do is have it so dense because it's so short and compact. Oh, and there's cupcakes coming out.
Oh, for the birthday kids.
Cupcakes coming out.
Oh,
Gotta
how
love
about
it.
that?
Yeah.
You got two of them celebrating their birthdays today. They just played Happy Birthday over the PA system as well. So the Broncos, they will just checking their schedule. They Granite Bay on Saturday, or Christian Brothers on Wednesday, Granite Bay Saturday, St. Mary's Monday, Wood Creek at Wood Creek on Wednesday, and then they are off until the 24th, which will be the following Monday. So they will get a little bit of a break in the schedule there, to where they'll have a few extra days off after this really condensed packing of lots of games.
It really is, and what I was used to a long time ago was Tuesday, Friday. So, and I was a fan of the cadence, a normal cadence. This is what we do every week. And, now Tuesday you only had 1 day to practice. Practice Monday, plays Tuesday. But then you got 2 days of practice, Wednesday, Thursday. So you got 3 days of practice, 2 days of games every week. And it was just really helpful to drill, and then you could plan and scheme what we're going to get better at, or at which we are going to get better. And you could plan your season that way and increment your abilities upwards throughout the season. Harder to do here.
So good also to see as we watch what's going on in the field now after the game is over, to see the Bronco players are carrying the nets off the field. I guess that's your maintenance crew.
Always, yeah, and they got to take care of the gear. It has to be put away. Everyone's got to take care of that. But the lucky guys are not doing that, because they're lucky guys can be around the cupcakes right now.
Well, yeah, you got to get around the cupcakes. I mean, that's the big thing here. So we can see
post-game photo with some guys down there on the track as well, celebrating 5-0.
Got Jackson Ellsworth, Will Victorin, Jonah Alonso, who you see there with the crutches. Unfortunately, he's out for the season with a knee injury. And then Max Morris was also part of that group that just got their picture taken. So that was, everybody's just kind of enjoying the fact that it's Trent Sheridan and Jackson Ellsworth's birthday, and we're just kind of celebrating 5-0 for the first time in program history. Lots of great stuff going on for Bella Vista.
Well, a little earlier end of the game too, so we got maybe just a little extra time. You mentioned Alonzo. I was talking with him before the game. He just had surgery, meniscus surgery, out for the season, back maybe in August.
Well, hopefully he has a big senior year. We saw him do some great things last year. He had 8 goals and an assist, but hopefully he'll be all back and ready to go after the recovery is complete. That's got to just really eat away on someone to know that you've got the whole season that you're not going to be able to play.
It really does. I mean, you have such limited time in high school, and you miss one season, you're not going to get it back. You can't redshirt. Can't stay longer in high school unless he made a plan and bombed all his classes. Maybe he could stay a year, but are you redshirt? I don't know. So you can't do that in high school.
Okay, it sounds like we're getting Coach Goldsmith all hooked up, and Jim, do you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, great.
All right. Well, congratulations. 5-0 for the first time in program history. How about that?
You said lost us.
Oh.
There you go. I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, so
Bye, guys.
5-0 for the first time in program history. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's got to be a great feeling.
Absolutely is. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
How do the guys feel?
I'm sorry, say it again.
How do the guys feel?
They left. I haven't had a chance to talk to them yet, so they're all different directions. I'm hoping to be able to talk with them and celebrate the win and
You're competing
There.
against the cupcakes.
yeah, cupcakes. We got 3 birthdays going, so it's pretty exciting. I don't know if you guys could still hear me. It keeps going in
Oh
and
yeah.
out.
Okay. Yeah, just come a little bit closer if you could, Jim. And I think that earpiece might start working for you.
Yeah, there you go. I can hear you now.
Okay. Just some things to talk about with the way the season's going. I mean, we mentioned the 5 wins. We were not surprised to see Lonnie and Bunny scoring. Max Morris has just been on fire for you.
Yep, left,
for you
right, left,
lately.
right. Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to defend us if I had to play against it, so it's pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, and you coach the team and you don't know how to defend them.
Yeah, well, we have so many different weapons from so many different angles. Every single person's a scorer. We got a couple kids that could do left or right hand, and we got great lefties that are their strong hands as a left. So then you got Bunny, and he's good all over the field no matter where you put him. So it's exciting to watch for sure.
How did the off-season program help get you to this point here in the regular season?
You can obviously see the proofs in the pudding there, right? So
Yeah.
they work together as a team. The offense, so we got a jump start on everything from defense, offense, our concepts, man up, man down, our rides, our clears, all of our concepts we practiced throughout the summer, and we were able to hit the ground running from day one as if we were mid-season form. So it's been fun and it's been great to watch.
And your goalie situation, Hayes Reed has just been outstanding
Yes,
to
he has.
start. You gave him a little bit of a break tonight. We got to see Chase Jones tonight, but you got to be feeling really good about what you have as far as that position.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got 2 really, really good goalies. And it's hard, right? So with sports, you can't make everybody happy, but you do the best you can. I think if you put them both in the goal, they're about equal. And Hayes is a senior, and Chase is going to be that guy next year, right? We have a goalie 1 and a goalie 2, and they're both great goalies.
Yes, it's a problem coaches like to have, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great problem.
Okay, so you got Christian Brothers coming up on Wednesday, so that's the focus. We know there's also this kind of big matchup on Saturday, but let's talk about Christian Brothers coming up. What do you know about them, and what can we expect?
So Dave Webster retired from coaching. I don't know if that's a permanent deal or not, but they have a new coaching staff. I know they graduated a bunch of seniors, so we played them in fall ball, and it was a really good matchup for us. It should be an exciting game, and we'll see how they respond. We're finally going to get a full practice. We haven't had one in a couple of weeks. Tomorrow we'll get a full practice, and we'll be ready to go on Wednesday.
And that's got to be kind of a challenge the way the season is set up, where you're playing almost every other day to get those practices and make sure the players get their rest also.
Yeah, absolutely. So they shortened our schedule or our play schedule. I think either a week or a week and a half or 2 weeks. So it even seems even tighter than that. We have 3 or 4 weeks that we have 3 games, and you're stuck between either getting a really good practice in, but you're risking injury, or do you do walkthroughs and you do stick skills and get them ready for the game? So it's that's what we ran into. And today, what we did is we ran a regular practice, and they showed up ready to go.
Awesome.
Good job, guys.
All right. Well, Jim, thank you for joining us tonight. Best of luck to you on Wednesday. We'll see you again on Saturday afternoon. Looking forward to that one against Granite Bay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you both for everything you do for the program. You guys are awesome.
All right, great. Thank you, Jim.
Have a good night.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Jim.
Coach.
Thanks
Jim,
again.
Jim Goldsmith, he gets the designation as the first BV coach to go 5-0.
I'm sorry.
So,
they're in
here, let's go ahead and do that.
Well, and the program's been here a long time
Yes.
too. So that's a first in 20+ years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing. And like you mentioned, team hit the ground running as the season started because of their off-season work. He mentioned so many guys scoring, as you have too. So many different guys scoring. And he also mentioned both left and right hand. That left and right hand was not happening last year. But it is happening this year. And again, lefties who have their strong hand. So ball coming from all these different directions. It's a different team than their opponents have faced in previous years, and certainly in last year. And so end of the first part of the season, beginning of the middle. It's a great start. And now time to go to the middle.
All right. Well, a big one for Bella Vista tonight. No, it wasn't even close to that. 19-1 for Bella Vista tonight. I guess maybe my brain shut off at 14.
That's when it went running clock, I
Yeah,
believe.
exactly. So the Broncos win this one. They're 5-0, and they will next take on Christian Brothers on Wednesday. And our next boys broadcast will be this coming Saturday. We get a Saturday afternoon matinee for you. That's going to be a lot of fun. And given that a lot of people don't have to work, let's pack the place.
Yeah, it'd be a great idea.
Granite Bay is a really good program. This is going to be a great test for Bella Vista, and it's a great chance, I think, for folks to come out and see some great lacrosse.
Oh, that's a good point. And I think Granite Bay travels well, too, meaning their crowd, they popular attachment to their team, so their crowd ought to come. It's not far away. These two programs have been playing each other forever. These guys probably know each other some. They're not that far apart. And BV's, as ready as they can be for Granite Bay, who is often very, very good. So, yeah, it's Saturday. That's a great point. A lot of people can be here. And there's not that much college TV available, or college lacrosse on TV that day. So it's a down day.
We've got
college.
the best lacrosse game
Yeah.
this coming weekend. Yeah. It's going to be right here on BV Live Sports. We'll get underway at 11:50 in the morning with a opening face-off at 12 p.m. Well, the Broncos are at Christian Brothers on Wednesday. The girls will be here to take on Vista Del Lago. That's going to be a big one for the girls program, as Vista Del Lago is favored to win the league. The Bella Vista Lady Broncos off to a great start. They were undefeated heading into their game today as well. So that's going to be a big one. We will have that one for you right here on BV Live Sports this Wednesday, March 12th, starting at 7:05 with a 7:15 opening draw. Looking forward to bringing that one to you, as well as the birthday boys. I guess there's 3 of them. They said are all being serenaded with the happy birthday, and everybody's getting their cupcakes. And there it is, right there, the last huddle. And Coach Goldsmith did get them together as he wanted to. So, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're looking forward to the girls' game on Wednesday, and then having you back here for the boys on Saturday. That will come your way again at 12 noon. Our producer tonight, Lacey Anderson, co-producer Julie Tharlson, camera operator Danielle Harris. Now speaking for David Houseworth, I'm George Tharlson. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you on